to my channel. Today I'm filming a secondary school Q&A. Now, I've just finished year 11, which means I don't have to go to school anymore, which means I will soon be going to college, which I'm really excited for. So I thought I would do a Q&A to show you basically my experiences and basically any advice I have. So the first question is, what were your favourite and worst subjects and why? So my favourite subject was health and social care, because I thought it was a lot easier. I understood it straight away and I just guess it wasn't as complicated as all the others. And my worst subject was Spanish, because I didn't get along with the teacher very well and I really couldn't understand the language, because I went to two different secondary schools. In my first school I was doing French, so I caught onto French really easily, but as soon as it came to Spanish I had no idea what I was doing. The second question is, sum up your secondary school experience in one word. To me that would be stressful, because you've got your GCSEs in year 11 and you then around that time you've got all the pressure from the other, from like what, I don't know, 10, if you do like all the different subjects you'll do, you'll have all the pressure from all of them teachers to try and help you get to like your target grade, which might be like a C or a B or an A. So you're going to have like all the pressure then to get your grades for your future. The third question is, do you regret being friends with certain people? Personally, no, because I then found a new group towards the end of the year that I was happy with. Like, I wasn't judged by anyone, and I actually felt like I belonged. And like, I was in two previous groups, but I didn't really get along with them very well. So that was when I found my other group, and I actually got along with them. The fourth question is opinion on school rules. Personally, I think school rules are the strictest things ever. Like, you can't have too skinny trousers or too short skirts, or boys can't have long hair, girls can't have short hair. Like, yeah, school rules are the worst things. You might as well just obey them, because otherwise it's just pointless trying to battle with them, because they're not going to change them. The fifth question is, what is your best memory from secondary school? Now, from my first school, I was friends with two girls, and I think one of my favourite things that we used to do was at lunch we used to take so many photos, and then like you know, when if you have an iPhone, when you hold the camera button it just takes loads and loads of photos. We used to do that and then like create a flipagram afterwards, and it just used to be the best thing to watch afterwards, watching what crazy stuff we were doing. And then like we used to put them on Facebook, and then if you have Facebook you'll understand that you get memories from stuff you shared a couple of years ago or stuff you posted. And I think it's like the best thing, finding them on your memories and remembering what crazy stuff you used to do. The sixth question is, what options did you choose for GCSE? Now, I chose health and social care and business studies. What was the worst part of secondary school? To me, it would be exam season, because it's just really stressful. Like, you've got no time to go out and see your friends. Well, you have to have some time to go out and see your friends, but most of the time you're having to spend doing your revision to get your C, B's and A's. The eighth question is advice on bullying. Personally, I don't really have much advice on bullying, but personally I'd say go talk to a favourite teacher, talk to your parents, talk to your siblings, because they will know what to do. Parents would have known that this would probably come up. Your favourite teacher has probably had hundreds of different students asking her the exact same question. So if I had to pick between the three, I'd say go to your favourite teacher, because she will talk to you, she will help you, give you advice, tell you who to talk to, and hopefully it will all get figured out. The ninth question is, do you think secondary school relationships are worth it? Now, I have mixed views on this. Yes, because they prepare you for like future heartbreaks. If they don't work out, then yeah, they prepare you for like future heartbreaks. Like, you're gonna go through a couple of relationships more likely until you find the right one. So yeah, they prepare you for future heartbreaks, but then know at the same time they're not worth it because they kind of distract you. Especially, the main thing I'd say is don't get into a relationship in year 11. Or, fair enough if you've been with this person like year 7 or year 8, just long as you don't get into a relationship in year 11, or don't go through a heartbreak in year 11 exam season, because that is the worst thing to do. Because honestly, it will make things so much more complicated for you. And from experience as well, going through a heartbreak in exam season puts so much more pressure on you, and it makes you feel poo about yourself, basically. It makes you feel like you're not good enough to do this, to do that. You don't feel as confident to get this grade or that grade. Every relationship at the end will always have a difficult time to get over that person. Both of them, the male and the female, or the male and male, or the female and the female, both of them will have, both of you will have some sort of, like, I don't know, stage where you get upset and start missing the other person. It may last quite a long time, depends how attached to that person you were. So basically, don't get into a proper relationship in year 11, or don't break up in exam season, because it will just not, it will make you not feel good enough and make you feel like you can't do it. And the 10th question is any study tips. Now, personally, if I could speak to my year 9 self, I would tell her to start revising in year 10. Find out what revision technique you need to use to make you remember the stuff you need to know for year 11. Because I will admit, I left it a little bit late. I started my revision at year 11 and I don't really think the way I chose was the best. Obviously, I think I did quite well in my exams, but I don't think I did as well as I could have if I started my revision earlier and found the technique that I needed to use. That's all the questions I'm answering for this Q&A. If you have any more questions, then comment them down below and I will try and reply to them. But I think I've said this before, but my YouTube does this thing where it doesn't show the comments on the actual video. I have to go onto a different app to see the comments because they're classed as spam or something else. But no, I try to accept as many of them as I can. So if you have any other questions, please leave them below and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and comment in the comments some future videos you guys would like to see, and click the red subscribe button to see more videos. And yeah, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!